Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure to subscribe today before you leave, and make sure to thumbs up the video if you like what you see, and to share on all your social media networks that you happen to be on at the time. Welcome back, guys, and hello. All right, first off, before we get into the video, I want to say sorry about my camera. It's a little bit fuzzy. I know it's not as crystal clear as it usually is. I'm working on some software for my HD camera. So, yeah, the works are underway. Anyway, let's hop right into the video. Okay, so about maybe 15 hours ago, 15, 20 hours ago, um, rapper Nipsey Hussle, born Ermias Davison Asgedum, was fatally shot in front of his store, the Marathon in Los Angeles, California. So we want to say condolences to his family. Our prayers and hearts go out to them. I know this is a extremely difficult time for them. I can't even imagine the pain they're going through. But he was a rapper and a songwriter from Los Angeles, California area. He emerged from the West Coast hip hop scene in the mid 2000s, and he became known for his numerous mixtapes such as Bullets Ain't Got No Name. He had a whole series on that. And his mixtape Crenshaw, rapper Jay Z, actually bought 100 copies at $100 a piece. And his album Victory Lap, it was released in February of 2018 and nominated for Best Rap Album at the 61st Grammy Awards for this year. So he was shot outside his store. He has one child with actress Lauren London. And this guy, I mean, he was more than a rapper. He was actually very philanthropic in nature. He was the type that, wants to clean up his community and just see things thriving. He was supposed to actually sit down with the president of the Los Angeles Board of Police and the police commissioner and the chief of police to tackle an issue that has come to define his life, which is gang violence, because he used to belong to the Rolling 60s, which is a part of the Crips gang in LA. So he actually has rebuilt elementary school basketball court, and he has furthered science, technology, engineering, and math education as well in his community. So he's done a lot. He's definitely done a lot in his short 33 years of life to try to better his community. Now, the drama that I feel got started was with a doctor known as Dr. CB. This man is a Honduran herbalist. His actual name is Dr. Alfredo Darrington Bowman, but he's better known as Dr. CB, and that's SE as in boy I as an igloo CB. And he's a Honduran herbalist and self-proclaimed healer. Now, he claimed to cure all diseases with herbs and a unique vegan diet based on pseudoscience claims. Now, his diet is a discredited alkaline diet. That's the diet that he pushes that everybody should be on. And Dr. CB proved in court that he had a cure for AIDS in 1985. And he beat the case in federal court as well. Now, Nipsey wanted to do a documentary on this to shed light on the case and the methods that CB used. So I thought, after hearing that, like Nipsey went on the Breakfast Club, it's a radio show. It's usually on YouTube. And I'll put the clip below that you can just see the clip of when Nipsey was talking about like why he wanted to shed light on Dr. CB and his methods that he used to cure AIDS. So, I mean, I thought it was a brilliant idea, putting this documentary out. I thought, how relevant, I think people need to hear things like this. We as a society, we have to stop hiding from truth. We need truth serum in our diet. In our diet as humans, we need to know, what's going on. So, and then like Magic Johnson comes to mind. Like, I mean, look at him now. We know like Magic Johnson's like millionaire, multimillionaire, but I mean, he's very well. He's doing very well, But I mean, somebody like that, like his stature, he has access to the best med. He has access to like, cure. If there is a cure, he has access to that, easier access than like anybody else who's in a lower income bracket, of course. But I believe there are more Magic Johnsons walking around. Maybe they don't talk about it, but I believe there are more. There's more people out here. Who possibly have been cured of this disease. Or who are going to be cured of this disease. Um, and this whole inspiration, even for this video came from like just my own personal life. I thought about I was just talking to my grandma not too long ago about these doctors and just how they operate. Like, they basically bank off you being sick. And so, I mean, that's their business of it's you being sick. When you're well, they're not making any money. And that's not to encourage or, discourage anybody not to go to their doctors. Yes, go to the doctor, get your checkups, stay healthy. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. I would never tell anybody don't go to the doctor. I go to my doctor all the time for my checkups. I never would tell someone to not go to a doctor, or if you're sick or you hurting somewhere, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to go to the doctor's office. That would be like really super unwise. So, not telling you to do that at all, but just, take note and, don't be fooled, by the hype. But doctors do bank off you being unwell. That is the job of the business is we need sick people. We need you to be sick. And a lot of times you notice, at pharmaceutical companies too. I mean, Nipsey talked about it too in the Breakfast Club clip, why holistic doctors are killed or, hurt sometimes because you are stopping the hustle. You are. You getting in the way, okay? You getting in the way of how they feeling. You getting in the way of how they feeling and how they dealing. You're getting on their nerves, because you coming in here talking about, hey, I got a cure, and cure does not bring coins, okay? And they're getting pissed off, you know. So yeah, I mean, doctors a lot of times they'll prescribe a medicine that will basically keep you well enough to live and to tolerate what you have, but it's not going to cure you. Now, yes, true enough, we do have some medicines that do actually cure things, like somebody has an ear infection, or like somebody has a rash or something. I mean, like there are ointments and things like that that will actually cure it. But for like these big bad dog diseases like our AIDS and our cancers, or like Alzheimer's and things like that, mental illnesses, these things are harder to uh, cure. These are the things they claim, hey, we don't have a cure for this. And I just think they're lying. Am I the only one who feels like, something is not right in the water? I feel like, there's a cure for everything, that is in this earth, and it's in the earth. That's what the cure is. I feel like, God has given us every answer, for everything. I think it's here, and a lot of it, because the body is so, I mean, think about how the body is made. The body can heal itself. It's just made that way to heal itself. The mind can heal itself. I was watching Pastor James Meek's church, and it was like this past Wednesday, and he had a guest speaker there. It was a young woman, and she has done a lot of studying of like health and wellness, and she was talking about just the importance of keeping a healthy diet, exercise, and getting plenty of rest. And she was talking about doctors and the business of keeping you sick. And she wasn't saying don't go to the doctor either, but she was saying just think about it. You go to the doctor with a symptom, they're going to give you back your symptom in a more complicated, verbiage. And then, they're going to prescribe you something, and it may or may not help, but, 9 times out of 10, you're just going to be kind of tolerating, kind of getting along. But, you know, in other words, she was saying the key to wellness, the key to curing something is usually within your diet. It's your diet. She even mentioned like children who get diagnosed with ADHD. That's a real problem. Oh, your child has ADHD. Your child doesn't have ADHD. Your child eats too much sugar. Your child just needs to change their diet. Your child is eating flaming hots, and juice for breakfast when they need to be eating like scrambled eggs, some sausage, some toast. They need to be eating non-processed organic foods. That's the problem with your child. Your child doesn't have an attention deficit disorder, and a lot of times, people throw that label at your kids so that they can start taking these pills they really don't need, and it does, hurt the wiring in their brain, the neurons, and the neutrons, and the synapses in the brain, and things will kind of go down from there. So now they do need some sort of medicine. But she was just talking about how the brain, even the neurons in your brain, can change and evolve over time. Like your positive thinking and your diet, your positive thinking, changing old habits, getting rid of bad habits. These things control that. you know so the cure is there. The cure is there. And praying to God for His guidance. Meditating and praying. That's always tops. That's always going to be tops in my book. I'm always going to advise you to do that. So, personally, I don't think I don't think his death was an accident. Now they said his death was gang related, and I think like they're saying that because you got the Bloods, the Crips, those are the two most popular gangs in LA. So I think, and this guy, he's a former gang member, and so I think they're like naturally, they're just like attaching it, like, they're just putting the links in the chain there, like, yeah, he's used to be a gang member, it's probably gang related, because they feel like you'll just eat that up and you'll move on, and think nothing of it. But I don't think that this was gang related at all. I think that he was murdered by a higher source, some sort of governmental agency member. I think that it was hit, because I think that they were afraid of him, and I think a lot of times, we have dark principalities within these governmental agencies, and I think when they get a hold of or get wind of that somebody is going to release, um, secret, somebody gonna blow the lid off of us, we're gonna have to shut you up. Like you talking too much, and I'm sorry, but yeah, you must be stopped. So I honestly don't think I don't think it was an accident. I don't think it was gang related. I don't think it was a case of mistaken identity. Whatever kind of BS they want to throw at you now. I think his death was very unfortunate, but I do think it was because he wanted to release a documentary about a man who claims he cured AIDS. Like, no. Like this one is really not hard to put together. I don't know how you all feel about it. I'm interested in knowing how you feel about it, but I honestly think unfortunately, he was murdered because he wanted to basically, he's gonna flip the whole world upside down. Like, hey, we found the cure to AIDS. Same thing with cancer. That's right behind AIDS. That's a huge one. All you see when you turn your TV, all you see is these ads about Cancer Centers of America, and it's just, and cancer runs in my family, and I've been personally affected by that, and I just wonder, you know, like, personally with my mother, I just wonder, could, could the doctors have done more, and was there something, else there, like, you always wonder, could there have been more done medically, and you get that feeling. You get that feeling in your gut, like, instinctually I'm feeling like, um, enough wasn't really done, you know, to keep death from happening. The ultimate thing. Uh, so it's just it's just a shame that this happened. I think there are certain people who are more um volatile and more likely to be a victim of having the worst result, meaning like death or long-term sickness, to happen to them, because you have it's certain circumstances. Like I'm talking around it without actually saying it. Like it was an article that I read, and I think it was in an old magazine. They were talking about like African Americans, African American women versus white women. When they go to the doctor, they are treated, differently. Like your experience may be different. You may be kind of rushed over, and maybe your doctor's talking to you like you're stupid, or they're not answering your questions, they're not taking your concerns seriously, things like that. So you're not getting, or they don't give you all the options. That's what I mean when I say, could death have been prevented? Like, was there more that could have been done? So the treatment that your white counterpart is getting, they're getting the treatment they should be getting. You know, they're getting all the care, all the attention, the best care. Not they're giving you like maybe 50%, 40% of that, and they're not giving you everything. Because of your background, because of your race, because of like bias, personal bias against you, assumptions they're making about you. They assume that you don't know anything about this. They assume you don't need it for whatever reason. They assume you won't use it correctly if they give you this information. All kind of stupidity. So that's what makes me wonder. You know, so yeah, personally, I wonder, like, did that have something to do with it? Like, could more have been done? Because you got this great team of doctors, and in the best hospital, you have insurance. That's not a problem. You know why? Why is the patient succumbing here to the illness? When they should be beating this. So they used to look at these Cancer Center of America commercials. They had you thinking everybody's beating this thing. I'm like, everybody's not winning. Everybody is not beating the disease, or they beat it for like some time, but then they eventually lose to it. They eventually lose the battle, unfortunately. So is there a cure? Of course, there is a cure. It's within you. It is within your reach. It's not a hopeless situation. I think it's gonna take God's help, definitely, but the cure is there. The best thing you could do, like, I mean, I kind of went on my own natural journey, like shortly after I came back to Christ and I renewed my relationship with Him a few years ago. Something just came to me about being more natural within my lifestyle. Taking care of myself better and eating well. It just came to me that this is something you need to make a priority. And so I encourage you all to do the same thing if you haven't already. Try to, take a vitamin. My mother always gave us vitamins when we were little. Something I've carried into adulthood. Me and my brother, we never stopped taking multivitamins. Always take a multivitamin. Try to eat right. And when you're eating, like, you have like vegetables, you buy vegetables and meat and things like that. Clean this stuff off, because I know some people, like, you'd be surprised. Some people don't know you have to wash that stuff off. I know you buy them salads, those ready-made salads, and you be thinking, it says it's pre-washed. You be like, oh, it's pre-washed already. I don't have to wash it. You do. Okay, do not take spinach and stuff out of the bag and put it on your plate and eat it. You have to wash it off, not just with clear water, but put a little soap, just a little dot of soap. Or I use my dishwater. I just take a cup and put it in the dishwater and just pour it over. Yeah, I rinse it off real good in cold water. If you didn't know that, I'm just telling you. I'm talking to people who don't know this. Wash your salad off. You have to wash meat off, wash salad off. You gotta clean this stuff off. You do. You have to clean your foods off, because this stuff has pesticides and all kind of things on it, and it's gonna kill you. That kind of stuff will give you cancer. Okay, and then you be like, well, how did I get cancer? Being nasty, not cleaning your food off. So clean your food off. That's what I want to know too, is how is that people are getting cancer? Because we have people who eat well and they're still getting cancer and all kinds of diseases, and we're not sure, how is that they're contracting this. That's another thing. I want the government like making us sick, like we're guinea pigs or something. They want to test us out, with all these medicine, you know, it's a business. They have to keep you sick. They got to make money. So like, are they making us sick? Like, are they giving us something? Like I don't know, or are they putting stuff in the food and putting stuff in the water, and like it's a scary world. You like, I don't know. You be scared to eat now. You like, I don't know if I should eat because I might get cancer. I mean, I don't know. I might wake up with Alzheimer's. I have no idea what I'm gonna catch. By eating, by drinking, a bottle of water. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, what can you eat? So just try to be, try to have a nice lean diet. So, lean meats and green veggies, wheat bread, whole wheat bread, purified water, things like that. Just try to keep away from the processed foods, exercise when you can, things like that. And these things they're going to work in your favor. Cutting out things like smoking, drinking excessively, these kind of habits, these are not natural. So you want to kind of cut out things that are not natural because it doesn't equate to spiritual. We don't want to, we want to be whole, we want to be on a higher plane. So, you know, just try to work on that if you have not already. But that's really, all I have for you guys today. I just want to come in and discuss the death of Nipsey Hussle and just my thoughts on it and how it happened. And I want to hear you guys. I want to hear your opinions on this. I really do want to hear from you. So, definitely let me know your viewpoint below. I'll drop the clip below of him on the Breakfast Club in the interview that he did. And I want you guys to live well, live whole, and be blessed. And I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye bye.